hi.
How could someone simply saying hi make you immediately like them?
It's a tough one. I don't know if I could describe myself on camera. I'm self-proclaiming myself as the best rapper in Louisville right now, right here.
TikTok took it up a notch.
Oh, this Jack Harlow shit kind of hard.
Video I see of him, I'm like,
Jack
Daddy.
Harlow does mention my name in the song.
This new Jack Harlow song.
It's currently going viral right now.
And I can push you up. In the upcoming remake of White Man Can't Jump, already been nominated for 3 Grammys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jack Harlow, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
I am so happy you made it from Vegas.
Me too.
That was like a close call.
Couldn't wait to get out of there.
Just like not the vibe to be in Vegas all the time.
Shit, it's not the vibe anytime, but
Were you there for 24 hours?
I was there for business, yeah.
Business,
You know.
no pleasure.
I take pleasure in business sometimes, but yeah, I know what you're asking me. Nah,
No, you didn't meet any ladies.
I didn't spend any money, no.
Okay, good to know. I want to go back to the beginning because I'm like, already you sitting in this chair, Jack, the ladies are blushing. They're happy, they're cozy, they're like, oh, Jack's here. They all have a crush. But today we're going to make them really fall in love, I can tell. Okay, so we need to get to know you. Okay? Okay. So we're going to go back to the very beginning. You grew up in Kentucky, born and raised.
That's right.
You just moved back.
Yeah.
Tell me, why is your hometown so... Why are you looking at me?
Nah, just excited.
In our hectic, fast-paced lives, we could use some slowing down. Haagen-Dazs is made to be savored and enjoyed slowly for a moment of slow that's just a freezer away. Introducing new Haagen-Dazs's Belgian waffle cones, a crunchy waffle cone complemented by the classic velvety smooth ice cream that you know and love. I am obsessed with these cones. There is nothing better than getting to the bottom and you can get that extra little bit of a surprise sauce at the end. It hits every time, Daddy Gang. These new cones also come in 4 delicious flavors. Are you ready? Vanilla salted caramel, summer berry, triple chocolate fudge, and new Haagen-Dazs's toasted almond fudge cone. Yes, please. I will take one. I love being able to have an amazing dessert in the comfort of my own home, and this ice cream cone makes every bite truly worth savoring. The crispy Belgian waffle paired perfectly with the velvety vanilla ice cream. Then I top it off with toasted almonds and milk chocolate curls, and then finish with a last bite of sweet fudge sauce at the bottom. Boom. It is the perfect blend of taste and texture, and now my mouth is actually watering, so I'm gonna need to head to my freezer after this. It is time for a cone break. Savor your moment of slow with new Haagen-Dazs's Belgian waffle cones, available at retailers nationwide.
Talk to me about your hometown and what it means to you.
Gosh, where do I start? I mean, growing up listening to rap music, you would hear artists talk about the cities they were from and just lift them up. And I was just like, damn, like Louisville needs that. And so it became a priority to me.
Yeah.
And I love where I'm from. I just love it. I love it. That's why I'm there. It just makes me happy. And I think it's like, it's slow and it's laid back.
A little different than LA.
Yes, very,
Just a
very, very.
Is it, okay, you just said like, you kind of like roll it off the tongue. You're like Louisville. Is it Louisville or
You almost got it.
Louisville?
You almost got it. I'd say locally it's the Ville is more Vul.
Vul.
Louisville.
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 Yeah.
It kind of just like in the throat. You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, it just
It's
slides
not
out.
Louisville.
It's buttery. It's syrupy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you hear people say Louisville, do you give a shit?
Well, not deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm beyond my like correcting it stage.
Yeah.
It's not tasteful, but you peep it, you notice.
Yeah. Well, because my friends both went to college there, like my good friends. And then when I went for a wedding last year, I was trying to suss out the vibe because I was like, I want to say Louisville, but like I was trying to not like embarrass myself. So I just said Louisville. But then you just said I said it right. So I'm going to just keep saying Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah, you're there.
What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about Kentucky?
It's a good question. It's really good. I see why you're in the position you're in. You know what to do.
I'm just getting started.
You know what to do. Trust me, I believe it. Well, I'll tell you specifically, the city I'm from feels very misunderstood, I think, in terms of like a national identity, because Kentucky's so dominantly rural, and Louisville is like a full-blown city, like with a downtown, tall buildings, like hundreds of thousands of people live there. So I think we feel a little misunderstood for that reason. So Louisville specifically, there's some misconceptions. I don't want to speak for the whole state, but there's always more than meets the eye.
Yeah, there is. Like you. What were you like as a kid?
I wasn't allowed to play video games when I was really young, so I read a lot.
What'd you read?
Novels on novels. I was really into Harry Potter. I just read. I remember there was this series. I'm glad you asked, so I have a chance to shout it out. It's called Warriors. It was about these cats that lived in clans and tribes, and it just had me fucking hooked. I was just, I was deep in it. So, I just loved books. I don't know if I would be able to do what I was doing without the literature in my early life. When I heard hip hop for the first time, I was like, oh, shit, this rhythm mixed with expressing myself was just.
I didn't realize you were a Harry Potter stan. Can we talk about that for a second?
Well, I'm not a stan, but yes.
Then what the fuck are you?
Fuck it, I'm a stan. Come on, let's go. I just
Oh, you're like easily persuaded.
I'm easy, yeah.
You're easy. Peer pressure, let's go, Jack.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Easily, I'm very influenced, yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Of the Harry Potters?
Yeah.
The characters?
Yeah.
Who was that Asian girl he was fucking with?
She was like there for a second.
She had me weak. I can't lie. She had me open reading that shit. The details, J.K. Rowling used to bring it. I was in there 9 years old, pants tightening up. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me?
Do you think the first time you jerked off was when you were like at like the 16th chapter and you were like, all right, you got to put the book down, I'm getting hard?
Nah, I know what the first time I beat my dick was.
Share with the class, Jack.
Damn, I just realized I've been waiting for a chance. Just right opportunity. Jimmy Fallon ain't want to talk about it.
No,
so.
No one wants to talk about that shit. They'll bleep it out. They'll cut the whole
somehow
thing out.
This is right up your alley.
This will be the whole promo. This will be it.
I just remember. I remember first time I tried to go there. It rose, and it was like the feeling was so unfamiliar to me that I got all the way to near climax and stopped. I think I was 12 years old in middle school, and I just stopped because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen if this busts. And so I went to sleep. I just went to sleep, and the next time I'm like, fuck it, I'm going all the way, and I became an ocean. But
you remember that feeling? Like, what did you think to yourself?
I thought, God damn, I get it. This shit's all right.
I love how you gave yourself blue balls for like the first time. You're like,
I was terrified. I didn't know because it just was rising and rising and rising. I'm like, where are we going?
Great feeling. You said that you weren't allowed to play video games. What was your house like growing up? Like, what was the dynamic? Who's in your house? What's going on?
My two parents who love each other deeply to this day, and my little brother.
Oh, nice.
I owe a lot to my parents. I got good parents.
You do?
Yeah.
And they're still together?
They are. Deeply in love.
Wow. So are you kind of like a romantic guy?
You know, I was for a while.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I'm just deeply in my batch stage right now. Like, not that I'm not like necessarily cutthroat. I just like, I think when I was 21, I just seeked so much validation, and it gave me such a rush to make a girl feel special. And it was almost like, well, how many can I make feel special? Just to be honest. And I think I didn't want to sleep by myself. Like, and if I wanted to get on FaceTime with someone and fall asleep on FaceTime. And something shifted where I want my space more than ever. And I'm as transparent as I've ever been. And I'm just tell it what it is, and I'm not worried if it's not right for the other person. It's like, let's keep moving.
Yeah, peace out.
So it's a different stage. I think something in the last like 12 months probably something shifted.
I think I know it shifted, but we'll get there. Okay, so
Can't wait to hear your diagnosis.
Yeah, don't worry. We're going full diagnosis. This is a therapy session, just so you know. Yeah. Are you in therapy?
I am.
Okay, good. Well, this is an extended version.
Good.
You can tell your therapist, we don't need our session this week. I sit down with Alex.
Yeah, it's already canceled.
You said that you were looking for validation. Talk to me about what you were like in high school. Did you get the girls? Were you a loser? Were you bullied? Were you the bully? What was going on?
I could always get the girl I wanted. It's not like I was like, I didn't have my way across the board, but I could get the cute girl.
Okay.
I could get the cute girl. I was well liked in high school.
What were your friends like? I feel like that kind of like, were you like an athlete guy? Were you a like chess player? Were you in the book club?
I started making music so early that the rapper category kind of got stamped on me really early. So I would pass out CDs in school, and everyone knew I was chasing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in sort of my own category. Even locally, I experienced a taste of fame from the age of like 14 on, because I would go out in public and people would stop me and ask me for pictures just at other schools. So it was unique.
I feel like I know, what was his name? Was it like Sammy? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Sammy Adams.
Sammy Adams from Philly.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about of like, I feel like a lot of high
I
schools.
opened for Sammy Adams when I was 18 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
I was 18 years old. No one was there to see me.
Aww.
I was playing for his crowds. It was fun. It's rite of passage.
Right.
First tour I ever went on, like 4 dates on the East Coast. We drove ourselves out there. No one with us, just me, my DJ, and 2 of my friends. And we drove from every venue, and we opened up to a bunch of people staring at us like, who the fuck is this? Like, can Samuel please come out here? Like, fuck.
Samuel.
This chat kid does not do it for me. And I was like, no beard, glasses still on, like, didn't know how to cut my hair. Like, it was raw. It was a very raw time, but it was character building.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Libre by Yves Saint Laurent. You guys, this perfume is the one that I wear on date nights. The new YSL fragrance, Libre L'Eau Nu, is light, it's fresh, it's the perfect balance of citrus and floral notes. It's also alcohol-free, which I love, and has incredible staying power. So I know I'm going to be smelling absolutely amazing all night. The Libre L'Eau Nu is a refreshing twist on the iconic Libre Eau de Parfum. It's lighter and fresher and exactly the scent I'm looking for as we head into spring. There is nothing better than giving a friend a hug and her being like, "Oh my God, Alex, what are you wearing? You smell amazing." Yeah, it's YSL, baby. Also, something underrated but super important is that this perfume looks good in my home, okay? The Libre L'Eau Nu bottle has a jewel-like radiant white finish, as you can see, and I absolutely love it. So every single time I walk into my home, I just want to put it on. For all my girls out there who like a citrusy floral perfume and are looking for that signature scent, YSL has you covered. Shop now at Sephora.
That's kind of funny, the juxtaposition of like you being a rapper and then having like your glasses and like maybe not like looking the part.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I really was like banking on that juxtaposition. I think I was like, ooh, this shock value is gonna be what does it for me. And then I think I got to a point where I took the glasses off and like started like tending to how I looked, became slightly more vain, and I was like, I like looking in the mirror and being pleased. I don't really want to be tethered to these glasses, so. That's how the shift came about. Yeah.
Were people in your hometown, like I feel like sometimes people are assholes at that age being like, you're a fucking loser, stop trying to make it. Were people around you supportive, or were they like, you're dumb, move on?
It was split. It was polarizing for people. It was very divisive. Like people either thought it was super tight that I was doing that, or they thought like from a distance. They never would say it to me. I wasn't stuffing the locker material. I was, I was walking through that motherfucker with broad shoulders. Like I wasn't the high school quarterback, but like nobody was fucking talking to me, But there were people that definitely thought it was lame and would shit on me, and I would hear from other schools that people thought it was lame. Like, oh, you fuck with that kid? That shit's terrible. So it was split.
You know what's funny is like, just so anyone listening, the ladies, like I think there's something on Google because I was gonna give you merch, and I was like, oh, like I remember I met him at SNL and like he's taller than I expected. And online there's something of like he's either 5'8" or he's like 6'2", and there's like a misconception, and I think like people think you're shorter than you are. So I'm here to say you're pretty tall.
Thank you.
So yeah, you weren't getting stuffed into lockers.
Thank you for that too.
You wouldn't have fit.
That's right.
How would your teachers have described you back then?
If they were British, they would have said cheeky. I was well liked by my teachers, but I was not focused on school at all.
Good grades, bad grades?
Poor. Mediocre.
Like D's or C's?
C's and D's. Not failing, getting through, but like not focused, cheating endlessly.
Oh. You know, it's a skill.
Fuck. The thing is, at the beginning of high school, we signed like a, did y'all have to do that? We signed like an oath. I was like, fuck, man. They could take me to court because I didn't earn my shit. I'll tell you what.
How far would you go to cheat? Like, did you have any like tricks?
I had tricks.
Share the tricks. Now you're not in school.
Trust me, I had tricks.
Okay.
I had tricks. I was just in with the smart girls in the classes. I was in with them. Mm-hmm. You could send picture messages when I was in high school. Like, you know, obviously I didn't grow up in the 60s, so no, I'm joking. But if I had a vibe with a girl, she was coming through with 11 attachments. I'm like, she would bless me, and I'd be like, I owe you. So I'm going to take care of you soon. Because that is a love language right there, ain't it?
Baby, you helped me cheat.
Right? Oh.
And you will
How intimate is that, though? How intimate is that? That is special. And I used to just put my arm around like, you held me down. I'm like, I owe you. I don't know what I owe you, but I owe you something. We're going to figure it out.
Was the attention what you gave them, or did you ever hook up with anyone that helped you cheat?
I'm sure I did, but I don't think it was, I don't know if it was a direct, like, debt exchange when I did it. Yeah. But coincidentally, I may have. But it was love. It was love. I always had a lot of homegirls. Like, okay. That it didn't have to go anywhere. It was just, there's nothing like the company of a woman. I know I'm in the right arena to be saying that, but I deeply believe that. Like, it's so relaxed. It is. Yeah. We're pretty great. Yeah. But what I can imagine is, like, did you have a girlfriend in high school ever? I did for a portion of it. How did that go over with her? If you having all these lady friends? Well, she's at another school. Let me chill. I feel like you played a lot of games back in the day. It didn't feel like it. I just was me. I just like to have friends. You get it. You like to have friends with vaginas. It's like I want to move on because somehow the wounds seem fresh no matter how long ago it was. It's just like, yo, let's chill. We're literally talking about high school and middle school. He's like, oh. So, yo, like, she gonna hear this. How many girlfriends did you have in high school? I had one. How long? A year. Oh. I was on the same shit I'm on now then. I'm, playing the field, chilling, seeing what's going on. Oh. Assessing the situation. Yeah. You are funny. Okay, we're moving on. What was the major turning point in your career, if you had to say, like, one big moment where you're like, oh, people fucking know me now? I mean, What's Poppin' was a huge one. Mm-hmm. There was little steps up till then. Like, there's a lot of people that approached me and tell me at different times in the late 2010s, they became aware of me. Like, had these records that would go viral on Twitter. From like 2017, 2018, 2019. So it was building, and then it took this big jump with What's Poppin'. And I remember pulling up at a red light and the person next to me looking over and being like, and that was when I was like, oh, okay. Here we go. Just, I'm out in public. I'm not in my hometown and people are stopping me. So that must be so crazy. Like, now understanding that you always kind of were like recognizable in Kentucky, but then to go somewhere else and be like, oh, fuck, I think I'm, like, famous now. How do you handle that? Do you like it? It's very validating. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially overseas. Like, walking through New Zealand and Australia and people know, it's like, you feel, that's one of those moments where you take that time to pat yourself on the back. So it feels really good. It feels good. Do you like the New Zealand women? Yeah. What country have you maybe liked the most of the ladies? Who shows you the most love outside of the U.S.? I really like London. Those women know how to talk. You know what I mean? They know how to talk.
You like a woman that talks a lot?
Yeah, and well, yeah. You spun that a certain way.
Yeah,
but
not
yeah.
too much. Shut the fuck up, but to a point.
Hey, let me tell you something. You are funny. You are funny.
You're kind of funny, too.
I mean, I assumed you were.
Yeah.
But this is proof right here.
Okay, thanks.
I just think the women over there have a certain wit and a certain, you know, they just
cheeky.
They're cheeky, and they feel like they read a lot of books growing up.
You like a strong, confident, smart woman?
All those sound good.
What's your type?
I just like sweethearts, man. I like sweet-ass girls.
So if a girl's playing a game with you, are you like, no? Like, do you like a girl that's like, hi, Jack, like, I like you? Or are you saying just, like, sweet, nice-hearted, but, like, maybe they can kind of get
I'm not saying a girl has to, like, be a pushover or let me walk all over her. That's not what I mean by sweet. I just mean that I don't like mean-spirited energy at all. And I don't like toxicity. That's not one of my fetishes. And I know that's going right now. There's a lot of guys that are into that.
They love it.
I have no patience for it. And I'm glad you asked about games. I don't want to play any game. I just want to enjoy it. And that's right now. Yeah. That's who I am right now. Yeah. If you ask me this when I turn 30, who knows?
Maybe you're playing the games at 30.
Hopefully not.
Maybe you're stirring up the toxic.
There's no telling. I'm just saying it may shift from sweet to like, yo, I need a woman that challenges the fuck out of me and is at this level, is above me, this and that. It's like, it's just where I am right now.
Like maybe you want a woman that's like making the bread.
I mean, it doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. You mentioned when you were talking about vulnerability, I'm like, what's your biggest insecurity when you were younger? And like, do you still feel that way?
I think when I was really young, my teeth were pre-braces. My teeth made it, you know, when you're like 8 years old and your teeth are fucked.
Me too.
It's a common one. That was one.
Did you get braces where like you would like decorate with the colors on the little...
I think I had some blue shit going on.
But like Halloween time, you didn't do like black and orange?
Nah, but you did.
I did, and it was like disgusting. Like I look back and I'm like, it looks like there's like carrots and black beans in my teeth.
It don't matter then.
But
I
no
can
one
totally
wanted to
see
have
that.
sex.
I could totally see you at 11 years old.
Oh my God, I had two big front teeth and no one wanted to finger me. No one wanted to touch me, Jack. I was always the girl like never on the top 5.
Never getting fingered.
Never.
Damn. I got the craziest story about fingering.
Okay, sure.
I low-key wanted to take this shit to NBC, but we're here. You already brought up fingering. I just want to tell you about a pregnancy scare I had.
Okay, here we go.
In middle school.
Okay, here we go.
So I had this chick I was messing with, 7th or 8th grade. I think 8th grade. And she was touching me, I was touching her, and a little bit of pre-cum like got on her hands and my hands. And you know about pre-cum, so so then I fingered my girlfriend in middle school. And the next day she hit me and she's like, "Yo, I think I missed my period." And I'm like, "Now hold on." And my mind starts racing, thinking about it all. And we meet up at the buses, and I'm like, "You know, I had pre-cum on my fingers when I was touching you. I don't know do you think?" And she was like, and then days went by. I swear to God, I remember it so vividly. She texted me. I asked her, I'm like, "Did you get it?" And she's like, "I still didn't get it. My period." And thunder struck outside my window. Thunder struck. And I was like, fuck. And I was so convinced this girl was pregnant. And I couldn't tell anybody. I had nobody to talk to.
You're like, we're having a baby.
Like, my parents, I couldn't have told them I even fingered somebody. Because it was like, what the fuck are you doing fingering somebody? And
Little do you know, if you told your parents, they'd be like, let us teach you a little thing about sex.
It would have been such a relief. So it's my birthday weekend, ruining my 12th or 13th birthday.
Oh.
And I remember being at school, and I just like lean against the wall in the hallway as everyone's going into class, and I just slide down the wall and put my head in my hands and start bawling. Like, I start fucking crying because I'm so convinced I just got a girl pregnant and just ruined everything. And it was just dark. And then after school, I just was like down in the dumps. I couldn't tell anyone why. And then she came to me and she's like, "I got my period." I was so relieved. So relieved. But that was one of my first tastes of like grown up anxiety.
Did you use condoms ever since?
Yes. On my fingers too.
Wrap that shit up.
You know it.
Every time you have sex, you use a condom.
Yeah. And everyone should.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had sex without a condom?
I've always wanted to.
You think you'll ever give it a go?
Maybe after marriage.
Oh, you'll let it go raw.
Yeah.
What do you think it will feel like?
I lost my virginity raw, actually.
What the fuck?
And goddamn, it was in that moment. I was like, "Oh shit!" Because it had taken me and her weeks to get it in, because I didn't know you had to wet it up. So I was putting dry on dry. I was putting a dry dick against a dry, and I was like,
"This shit's huge."
I'm like, "This motherfucker won't go." And then I just, spit on it. And suddenly, and then it just fell in, and I was like, I remember I was in that motherfucker. I looked down there, I was like, "Oh, we gonna be here for a minute if I'm lucky." And I started.
We're gonna.
And then 45 seconds later, it's over.
We
with.
gone.
I was like, I'm about to. But it's so funny. It's so stupid, but it is an amazing moment when you first feel that. And it's good. I know they teach us around that time, you're getting all this promotion, all this propaganda. Put a condom on. In my head, I'm like, all right. Like, come on, like, I'm going to, but on my first go, I'm not gonna have a barrier between me and that motherfucker.
I want to feel that shit.
Thank God I did, because I was like, this is humanity. I felt humanity in one stroke. I felt the cause of humanity in one stroke.
We know you love Dua Lipa. What other celebrities are you crushing on?
There's someone, but I don't think it's mutual, so
Oh.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, but like, what if you like put it out into the world and it like...
And it's not time yet.
It's not time.
It's
Can you
not
give us a
time yet.
hint?
She's beautiful.
Well, fucking obviously.
Well, there's only a few that are... No, I'm joking.
You're doing great.
What does it say?
Just in case you were doubting yourself.
About this interview?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
I like your purple pants, your pink outfit. It goes... Did you match it to the studio, or just that happened chance? Like, it didn't...
I didn't match it to the studio, but there was something about the fit that felt appropriate.
You kind of look like you're the host of this show. You fit more into this room than me.
At the moment, but you run this shit. Let's be fucking honest. The fuck. But I'll tell you, I'll give you some.
Okay.
I like a girl next door anyway. So I don't need any internet presence. I like me a librarian. I like a waitress.
Would you like a nurse?
You don't know me. You don't know me. You must not know.
What?
I've written a song about nurses.
Wait, really?
Girls wear scrubs in my shows. And I'm not being funny.
Okay, let's role play. You're trying to impress me. You're taking me on a date.
Yeah.
Walk me through what we're doing, where we're going. What's the vibe?
I really like going to dinner, and obviously that's not revolutionary, but that's just one of my favorite pastimes. Honestly, I love going out to dinner with or without a girl. Like, I just love it. I think I would just set up a plan and just tell you what it is, and we run it. I don't know. I'm not the most extravagant, but I like to be somewhere quiet. I don't want music blaring. I don't want to be yelling over something. I want to be with you in a dark corner in a booth, and I want us to be able to get as close as we want to get. And, exchange smiles, whisper in each other's ear, like true intimacy. That's like, if I really want to go on a date with a girl, I don't want to go to a movie. I don't want to go do an activity. I want to be how you and I are right now, but there's ain't no marble table between us. Like, I want to be on each other.
When was your last serious relationship?
Sometime in the last couple years.
How long did it last?
A couple years.
Have you ever been in love?
I'd like to think so.
How many times?
Potentially once. Well, I hear people describe love, and I'm like, God damn, like, that is something. That is something. But I don't know if I've been intoxicated. Like, I felt deep infatuation.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in love with someone once. I've been in love with someone and loved someone, and I felt that. But I don't know if I felt the highest heights I've seen other people go. I've seen people just lose themselves in it. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's not a criticism of it. I'm more just like, wow, like, that is a deep rush. Like, I ain't never.
Had that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I bet you will one day.
Thank you.
And then I think maybe you'll say, ooh, like now I'm really in love.
Well, that's how it seems to go, right? I mean, my high school girlfriend, like, there might have been a sense of like, oh, we're in love. And then you have another one after that. And you're like, no, this is it. And then you have another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you, that maybe is just also life. Like maybe you're not capable in high school. Like you actually were in that moment in love of what you were capable of
Yeah, and you just keep dialing in your preferences. And suddenly you're with somebody that fits where you're at right then.
Right.
And you're like, oh, yeah, this is what the fuck I've been looking for.
Yeah. A brunette that's sweet in a nurse outfit. Done.
Oh, you just gave me chills. The fuck?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Batiste Dry Shampoo. You guys, I am always running from a meeting to a dinner to an event. And if I'm being honest, I definitely don't have time to wash my hair every day. Okay. If I'm lucky, I can maybe wash it like once a week. So I really rely on Batiste Light Dry Shampoo to get me through. This is Batiste's lightest dry shampoo. It is soft, it is subtle, and it absorbs oil without weighing my hair down. Not only does my hair look clean, but it feels clean after just a few sprays. I am also super sensitive to smell, and Batiste Light has no overpowering fragrance. Plus, it absorbs right away without leaving that like grainy white residue behind. I brought Batiste with me to a girls trip last weekend, and I cannot tell you how many of my friends were like, Alex, can I borrow your dry shampoo again? The girls know I am always coming with multiple bottles of Batiste Light in my suitcase because when I'm on the go, I definitely need some help to keep my hair looking fresh. Batiste Light has been a complete game changer for me. So Daddy Gang, go buy Batiste Light Dry Shampoo online or in store at your nearest retailer.
I want to discuss some of your song lyrics. You say, I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby.
You're smacking the delivery.
On a scale of vanilla to kinky, where are you at in your sex game?
5.
5.
Weak ass answer, right?
Come on.
Well, it's just like I have my kinks. I can't front, but I also, if you ask the woman I'm with, it's like they're like, God damn, I wish I could get this guy to just fucking arch his back on top. I'm like, I'm not arching my back. You're not putting nothing in my ass. Like, I'm sorry, it's me. It's me. It's just so everybody's got their thing, but I had to be coaxed. I had to be taught. I had to learn. I had to learn how to talk.
During sex?
Yes.
You
I
were
had
a
to
mute?
learn. Well, when I was 19, yeah, I was just like, I was a breather. But I started to figure that out. And so, you know, people ask for what they want. And you're like, some of it you're like, okay, this is actually turning me up. But then some of it, like the lyric in the song is like, I'll do that for you. But it's not making my dick harder. But I know it's not about me in that moment.
Can you help me understand? We got vanilla and we got kinky, and you're in the middle. So I'm going to say something to you, and you're going to tell me if it's vanilla or kinky.
Okay.
Missionary sex.
The best. As good as it gets. It's that corner booth in sex form, ain't it?
Don't you think sometimes people think missionary would be vanilla? But if you do it the right way.
I know they think it is. It's fine with me. That's how we got going, though. That's how the Homo erectus was. Like, that's default. Like, let's just face facts. It's default. We've been over-sexualized as a culture, and motherfuckers don't want to look each other in the eye anymore and put their nose on each other's nose and put their tongue down each other's throats while they're getting strokes. Like, come on. Like, there's nothing better. There's nothing better. And everybody has their own preferences. That's fine. It's not objective, but it feels pretty close to objective. Like, what? You can get in there. Like,
Yeah.
in there.
But I think some people really don't want to look at each other. Because they're like, I fucking hate you, but just let's fuck. But you're not like that. You're making sweet love.
Typically. Every once in a while, you gotta roll a motherfucker over. But yeah.
What is your favorite sex position?
We just spent the last 10 minutes on
That
it.
is it? If I didn't ask you.
You don't know what they call me?
No.
Wow.
What do they call you?
You know I make music, right?
Fuck off.
MJ.
No, they don't. You call yourself that.
Nah, I don't know why. I got that nickname as a young child. My grandmother called me
Really?
that at 2 years old, Missionary Jack.
Why?
I was 2 years old. My grandma, you know that Simba had that shit?
Yeah.
She wiped some of that shit on my head and she's like, he's going to love Missionary.
What do you think about whips and chains? Obviously, it's in your song. I like no whips and chains, but you can hold me down.
It's a no-go.
I'm vanilla, baby. I choke
I
you.
love your takes on my voice. She's 28 telling me I'm still a baby. Nah, I don't like whips and chains. I don't want to be. I don't want to be tied. I don't.
Sucking her toes.
Whose?
The girl you're hooking up with. If she said Jack.
It would take the right woman. There's someone that could bring it out of me, though. I know it.
Maybe it's the person earlier that you said you didn't want to say it. But.
Perhaps.
Yep. Sexting.
Crucial.
Hot take. Are you the guy that's sending paragraphs?
Oh, the romance novels?
Are you putting like...
And then I bend you over and breathe in your ear. Like, nah.
Furthermore, we move forward.
I do a lot of... I just like to read with my left hand. Just keep going. That too? All right. I like quick fire. And that's how I text. I like to send 8 words, 6 words, 5 words, one after another. So I'll send somebody 13 texts in a row.
I just hate when I read the paragraph if a man has ever sexted me and it's like first and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go. It's like then moving forward and you're like, let's just.
Yeah, I mean that'll make you soft. I can't lie. Once they go like that, you're like, yeah, that's good effort.
My next question was a finger in the butthole.
I don't want nothing in my ass, but I don't mind somebody. Like, you know, sifting. Credit carding, you know what I'm saying? That's very intimate. I like being Lil Spoon anyway, so I don't mind somebody scratching my back and then saying, oh, la la la, la da dee.
What about a little lick?
I can fuck with that. I can get cleaned out. I see why you run this shit. You are funny. You are funny.
I feel like your DMs are gonna be scary after this episode. Daddy Gang goes hard.
Girls, listen to this.
Only a few.
I'm just joking.
Well, how do you feel about hand jobs?
Traumatized. I mean, my first pregnancy almost came from one. So, I remember I used to love me a hand job.
Really?
And I'm a fan. It has to be moisturized, but
Yeah.
I like it. But I just remember that girlfriend I had. She used to stand in front of me at events and she would just work my shit over my jeans. I swear I'd look at that motherfucker later. That bitch was bruised, but at the moment it was like, God, over the jeans. You
over
know
the
what
pants,
just
hand job.
working my shit. I'm leaving there. Oh. Yeah.
I've never given one of those. Do you suggest?
It's too late for you. It's
too late for you
too
now.
Late. You're past that period.
What's your best skill in the bedroom?
R&D. Rhythm and dialogue. Rhythm and dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Rhythm. Underrated.
Just like me. Misunderstood too.
Do you think you're misunderstood?
I guess I just feel like I guess I just feel like I wish I fit in. I don't know.
What are you saying in the bedroom? What are you doing over there? Are you now after you went through your breathing phase? Because that's like.
Because now I don't breathe.
There is.
I had work to be done and met somebody older than me, and so I think it just turned my dialogue up.
They said, "Let me teach you."
Yeah, and it got out of it. It just became very like, express what you feel right now. Just express it. You don't need no lines you wrote earlier. Say what you feel right this moment. So to anyone watching out there, that's what I recommend. Literally, stream of consciousness is the best thing you can do. Like, what are you feeling against your flesh right now? Describe it. If you can vividly describe it, talk about how you feel about it, what you want for them.
Say it. Let it be known. Literature. Are you good at detecting if a woman is faking an orgasm?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not.
It's so sad.
Sad.
So many women have probably faked it.
You're awesome.
Like, think about all the women.
I mean, surely. Don't want to go to dinner later. So.
For sure, because you're going to pay and, like, you know what it is. They want the Uber ride home.
Fake it up. Come on.
Let's talk about your new single. It is really good.
Thank you.
It's like...
It's nice to see you say something so earnest. I know it was hard for you. I know you're switching right back into character here shortly, but that moment meant a lot to me.
It is really good.
Thank you.
It's so catchy. It's the Jack Harlow we know and love. And I think it must... Can you talk to me, though, how it must feel like when you see it's like so popular right now, trending on, as we know, TikTok is so important right now for like music also. Mm-hmm. What does it feel like when you wake up and you're like, everyone's making a fucking TikTok about my song?
Impact is always so validating. And I dropped an album earlier this year called Jackman that I would say like wasn't even in the TikTok universe. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's people on TikTok because so many people are on there that took it in, but it wasn't a TikTok moment the way this has been or First Class has been. And that album meant the world to me, and it was extremely introspective and personal. I love it. It might be my best work thus far. And then to pivot back into something that is high octane, just fun, and like it comes on and it's like it's not serious. It's like, let's enjoy ourselves. Feels really good because a lot of what I was making this year is intimate. It's intimate. It's for the headphones. It's personal experience. This song is like, you can feel it. You want to play it at a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that annoying though? Like, as musicians watch, it's like, it's kind of wild how influential TikTok is right now. Of like, there are people that their whole career started because they hit one beat in one song and people are like, who the fuck is this? So like, is it annoying? Do you ever have to think of like what's going to work and like what would maybe be better on social media?
Well, for example, like that album I put out, I didn't make a single TikTok for it because it was like, this ain't that. But this song, I knew like, I had such a feeling about it. Like, I just want to, because I know as soon as it came on, I was playing it for people. And it just felt like something like the masses need to hear this. So, of course, you put some thought into like, yeah, I feel like this is they're going to fuck with this. But I don't know if it's annoying. I mean, it's where fucking culture is, and culture continues to move. There was something 10 years ago that was happening to the music industry that was so annoying for people. I mean, the streaming switch, there's a world of people like, oh, this is... And TikTok is a weapon. It's a vehicle. And, of course, there's people that are working on there, but longevity is longevity. So we're going to eventually see who translates it to something more, but it's the weapon right now.
Yeah,
it's what
it's
it is.
crazy. It's so...
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
What is your writing process like?
I like you in this bag.
You do?
I know you had this in you.
Yeah. I'm a businesswoman. Like I respect the
I can
hustle.
tell. I'm joking.
We can like joke around. And
I
talk
see how
about
much
that.
range you got.
Thank you.
My writing process. Typically, I walk through life, have conversations, and I'll say something to somebody, like we're talking here, and a first line will appear to me. And I'll be like, oh, that's a good way to start a song. And I'll just write the first line down. And suddenly I'll have this collection of first lines on my notes. So then I go in the studio and a beat plays. And if I love a beat, I put it on and I start running through the first lines and saying different first lines on the beat. And one of them just will slide right into place. Like it'll just be like, and then my song starts. It's not always what it is, but for me, that is what has happened to me so many times. It's like I come up, and if you notice a lot of my songs, I put an emphasis on the first line. Like I really care about the first thing you hear being like, okay, here we go. And like Tyler Hero for me, the ones that hate me the most look just like me. Like that was something I just had been wanting to say, and you're just waiting for a beat to place it.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And then you take the other ones and hold them until you find another beat for them.
Yeah, yeah. Or something, and then you have the occasion like on Lovin' on Me, Vanilla Baby I heard the beat and he was talking about I don't like no whips and chains, and I was like, okay, I get the subject matter. And the first thing I thought of was like, Vanilla Baby, and you just mumble something out and you're like, okay, I'm in a groove. Let me lay this down. So sometimes the beat dictates it. You just get a feeling.
That's so crazy. So do you a lot of times go in there and since you're recording, like you'll just say a bunch of random shit that will stick and then you can listen back and be like, oh, I liked what I said?
It's like it gets too messy for me.
Yeah.
And then you end up loving how you did something and you compromise. You write a weak line just because you want that bounce. So I prefer to have the words written before I go in the booth.
Yep.
And a lot of my songs are one take, like first time I laid it down because it was practiced before I got in there.
Yeah. How long? So it doesn't take you that long to record a song?
Depends. If it's most good songs don't take long because you're not getting in the way of, there's no self-doubt flooding it. Like it's just flowing, and whatever's sending it down to you, you're vomiting it out instead of like, oh, I shouldn't say that. Oh, they're not going to like that. Oh, they're going to like this. That's when you get stuck and you only have 3 lines and it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
But when it's going, it's just,
Flow.
you can't stop it.
What is it like when you go into the studio? I feel like so many people have like a certain vibe they need. Like, do you have a lot of people in the studio? Do you have no one? Do you set a vibe? Do you like candles? Do you need certain snacks? Like what's your...
I used to want to be alone. I didn't want people in there. I thought, I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
I want to be able to be myself. And I actually realized what brings me out is an audience, someone to impress. Whether that's the producers in the room, maybe I invite a girl through, and you just activate your swag a little bit because you want to walk out of the booth and have those 4 people be like, yo, you fucking...
Yeah.
Because they're a crowd of 10,000 people in that moment.
Right.
So if you have someone to impress, it goes a really long way. I'm always impressed by people that can like... I can write really intimate, introspective stuff alone because I'm alone.
Yeah.
But to make bangers, like where I'm popping shit and it's compelling and has conviction, I need an audience.
I could see that. Like you almost start to flex a little bit more and like you'll go for stuff more.
You posture and you're trying to, you're trying to impress the person in the room. And oftentimes they made the beat. And so it's this exchange. They play you the beat and they're like, you got to fuck this up. And you're like, I'm about to fuck this up for you. And you go in there and you lay something, you come out, y'all both listen to it and you start, and it's like, it's euphoric. All you want in that, because there's no one else there. All you want in that moment is the people you're with to be like, you killed that.
Right, that's fire.
You might write based on who's there because they'll like if I do this.
I'm so happy for you. I feel like why I love doing this is because like as much as we joke, like getting to know you, being younger, running through the streets, like giving your mixtapes out, handing people CDs, like it's cool to see someone that always knew what they wanted to do and then doing it even if you don't have like the biggest stage and like still running with it, and then to get to where you are now and seeing your success, like
thank you,
congratulations. It's really cool.
You strike me as somebody that's very driven and knows what they want to, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. What should fans expect to see from you next?
I'm active. I'm feeling good. I can't lie. I'm ready to keep coming. I ain't going on hiatus. I'll say that. Yeah.
More coming.
Oh yeah.
I think we want that.
I'm hungry.
I know we want that.
I'm hungry. I'm very hungry.
I can tell.
I have a chip on my shoulder.
And you should keep it that way.
I will. For as long as I can, it's gonna be sitting there.
I'm really excited to see what comes next for your career. This new song is amazing. Obviously, we all want another album, tours, all the good things. But for now, we will take the song, and I love it.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
It's such a vibe. I've been listening to it like an annoying amount.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Jack, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. I'm not just saying that.
It's fun, right?
It's been fun. Thank you. Thank you for taking it easy on me, low-key.
You didn't really give me a choice, but I didn't want to like disrespect you and like push you too much.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on Call Her Daddy.
Thanks for having me.
We did it.
We did it.
That wasn't that bad, right?
That was wonderful.
That was fun.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Daddy Gang. It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Hi.
Hi, Kate Hudson.
Excuse me if I have like these like disgusting cough episodes.
Oh, are you
Because
sick?
I have that lingering like 3-week.
You came here to get me sick.
If you get sick, it wasn't me.
No, it was you.
I am not
You
contagious.
came in here to like, fuck this bitch. I'm going to get her really sick and leave and give her no tea. No, it's going to be great.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Uber Eats. Okay, Daddy Gang, we all know Uber Eats has the best selection of local restaurants, but did you know they also eat when it comes to a whole range of delivery services? Now, that might be a lot to take in, so let's break it down, okay? Uber Eats isn't just for locked-in salad bowl lunches or pre-gaming with Ty. When you can't make it to the store, you can just get about anything you need delivered straight to your door with Uber Eats. Right now, you could be checking off your whole shopping list, okay? Of course, I'm locked in on Uber Eats when it comes to getting my lunchtime sandwiches or a good delicious meal after work. But say I need a little cocktail at the end of the day. Uber Eats is my go-to spot to get all of the ingredients I need sent to my door. I also use Uber Eats for pretty much everything: paper towels, groceries, snacks. I even order a pair of flip-flops to the nail salon, okay? They've got my back no matter where I am. When you can't make it to the store, Uber Eats brings you the store, essentially, okay? There is nothing better than putting on a good show, getting cozy on the couch, and having the perfect meal delivered right to me, along with 5 other things that I forgot to pick up that day. Uber Eats makes it easy to have it all. Get grocery, alcohol, and everyday essentials in addition to the restaurant food you love. So in other words, get almost anything with Uber Eats. Order now. For alcohol, you must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Okay, so you're kind of like in an entire new phase of your life right now with this new venture of music. Congratulations.
I know. Well, only in public.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
so, I mean, music's been in my life, my whole life.
Okay.
Whether it was me or whether it was with like my ex's partners. But yeah, no, I finally was like, you know what? If I don't share it, I'll just regret it. And
That's what I think is interesting when you think of like Kate Hudson, everyone's like actress. Is it terrifying to come out with music, or are you like excited? Are you nervous?
I think it was terrifying, which is why I didn't do it. And I'm an Aries. Like, I'm supposed to be fearless. And I was like, why am I so terrified to share my writing, really? You know, and I think it's because when I grew up and sort of was young and became well known, and you know, I got famous young. So I was 20 years old, and at that time, like, you don't switch careers. There was no, oh, you're going to be a movie star and then you can be a rock star. It's like, no, stay in one lane. Everyone tells you to stay in one lane. Don't break what's not broken. So I kind of had this thing where it was like, the one thing I loved the most was just going to take a back seat. And so my dream was like, okay, well, I can do musicals, and then maybe that's how I incorporate music into my life. And then it just, time gets away from you, and, you know, kids and things, and COVID happened, and I'm like, I'm sitting on hundreds and hundreds of songs that I've never, like, I'm so scared to put that out, but why?
Yeah.
And so I had to kind of tackle that. And then I was just like, fuck it. If I don't do it, then I will be on my deathbed, and it will be a great regret of mine. So,
Well, I think it's incredible you're doing it also because you have a really good voice.
oh, thanks.
Like, no, but I think sometimes, like, to be honest, I think people are always like, oh God, another fucking actress is going to now try to do a singing career, or vice versa.
Or
like
yeah.
the singer goes to try to act.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
listening to it and I'm like, oh, you have
I
a
mean,
fucking great voice.
It's funny because I'm not like, I don't, that's been part of my hesitation, is I don't see the instrument as like a technician. I think there's certain technicians of the instrument that are fucking brilliant. And, you listen to them and you're like, whoa, they can do runs for days and they can hit certain notes and things. And like, I never saw myself as a technician of the instrument. So like when I'm writing music, I write for my voice, or I write what I'm feeling. So that always for me was like, oh, you know, if I can't hit that note, then what does that mean?
Right.
You know? And so I kind of also had to just
let it go.
Let that go and just
Well, I also think what you were saying is your lyrics. Like, as I was like going through your music, I'm like, oh, so much of your lyrics are about love and your relationships and heartbreak and moving on and knowing when to move on. And like Romeo, I feel like is like a great summer bop. I'm like,
you like Romeo?
Yeah,
I love. Oh my god, I love.
I think it's a vibe.
I love Romeo so much.
It's a good vibe.
Romeo, it makes me happy. That song just is like, I just want to like put it on in the car in the summer.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That's the one you mentioned.
But then I also love that you go to the complete opposite side and it's like Love Ain't Easy. And I'm like, you're just like flexing your vocals. I'm like, holy fucking shit. It's like a beautiful, I guess, ballad or like, and it's gorgeous. But so much of listening to it, I felt like I got to know you a little bit more. And I want to talk a little bit about that today because I'm like, okay. When you were growing up, how was sex and dating discussed in your household?
In our house?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I have very open, you know, progressive parents-ish, progressive-ish parents. Those were things that were always very open.
Okay.
And I think part of why we were never super rebellious was because there was no mystery around those things. So, you know, even like partying, like my parents loved to have a good time. And we grew up seeing them enjoy their life, laugh with friends, you know, talk about naughty things sometimes, overhear things that were like, what are they talking about?
Right.
But this mystery of like connection and why we connect with people was never something that was like hidden that we didn't talk about, you know?
I think that's a good point because I feel like, not to shit on the kids that's parents were so strict, but I had a similar upbringing where like my parents were like very open about things. So I was never like, I want to go experiment and do all this shit behind their back because fuck you, you're making me stay home. I felt like I was lucky to have that, but I can see a lot of kids where you can go the opposite way because if your parent tells you not to do something, you naturally want to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you have people that are talking openly about, especially I think for women, about like not actual sex, like your mom's not like, Kate, let me tell you about this. But when you're, well, did she?
No. I mean, not when I was young.
No. What were you like with guys growing up? Like, were you confident?
Oh, totally boy crazy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm still boy crazy.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah. Boys are fun. I have a good boy right now. I have a really awesome boy. But I mean, I you know, I'm doing this show right now where I play the president of a basketball team. So I'm basically surrounded by men all day.
And you're just happy?
I went home to Danny. I was like, honey, I'm having the time of my life. I love you. And I am very committed, but I feel so lucky. It's like I was born for this job.
Stop.
But I was very boy crazy.
Okay.
And but I was also a very prude. Like,
oh, really?
Like love to have fun, love to be flirty, super prude.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your personality in high school?
I didn't want to be there.
Why?
Because I was like ready to have my own apartment somewhere in the world. Like I was like in 9th grade, like, just someone give me like a martini and a cigarette and like some book on a balcony in Paris. Like, I don't know. I can see it a little bit in my daughter.
Okay.
It's just like, I wasn't into the high school party scene.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be in theater. I wanted to be singing. I wanted to be like traveling the world. I was like ready.
Got it.
To me, high school felt like it was holding me back.
I get that.
You know,
I get that.
And I was like, you're just holding me back. You know. Now I look back at high school and I feel like it was like one of the great experiences of my life. You know?
Right.
But I was definitely like the mom of the bunch. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, like when all my friends were partying, like I was designated driver. Like I would take care of everybody.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, total. Everybody thinks I'm a total party girl. I was the opposite. Yeah.
So you're always DDing still to this day.
Always. Well, I mean, you know, not now, but like back then I was very straight.
Were you bullied
I'm
at
still
all?
pretty straight.
Like were you awkward?
Totally.
Really?
Totally. Yeah, because look, when you're young, if you're confident in something, it's hard. Like people don't really like it.
Yeah.
You know, so like I remember I was like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was very focused. I wanted to be in theater. I wanted to be like working and doing things. And there's a lot of girls who just rolled their eyes at that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I wouldn't say bullied, but there was a lot of gossipy, like, talk behind back type stuff.
That makes sense. Where girls are just like, she's fucking annoying. And then you're like, what? Because I know what I want to do.
And like, you know, I guess like because I think girls who don't party, you know, I can sometimes get that too. It's like, oh, you're too good to like get drunk with us. And it's like, no, I actually just don't want to like do a keg stand like on with you right now. Like I don't want to get wasted, but I'm happy to like hold your hair when you're throwing up. I don't. So I was like that girl, and it would, I think, sometimes bother girls.
I get that
but it
too.
didn't bother me.
Right, you're not judging them for doing the keg stand.
No,
you've like got the hair tie ready.
Yeah, and I just didn't. I
Wanna
just
do it.
wasn't. I wasn't like that.
But I think when you're at a place in your life where you're like, don't feel like you're in the same position as people, like mentality wise, it's hard to fit in anywhere. Like if you're like ready to move on and everyone's like, we're loving this, like we're going to the tailgate tonight, and you're like, stab me.
Yeah, I think these like so young, like social structure, cliquey, like Lord of the Flies type like things that happen are actually really important. How you deal with them at school, and then how you deal with them at home with your family, and like how they're supported.
Yeah.
I think are so important. Like I feel like it's good to kind of have a little bit of friction when you're growing up and people saying mean things. Sometimes it's like, oh, you know, you kind of need a little bit of that to like power through it and to realize like in retrospect to be able to reflect, look back and go, wow, like I'm so happy that wasn't who I am and that I had a little bit of that scarring.
That's a good point.
Get you through certain things, because it doesn't get better.
No,
right?
it does
kind
not.
Of, the world is human nature is quite brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So like how do we, you know, when those small communities, like you're going to have friction in high school.
Right.
I mean, what was your friction?
Mine was, I definitely like, I had a similar experience where like I was ready to get out. Like I knew I wanted to do all of this. Like I was like the video production nerd, but I was also at the same time the jock. So like I hid from everyone that I liked video production, and I would like lie to everyone. They're like, why are you doing that for your elective every year? I'm like, I don't know. They said like I'm good. It's so annoying, but whatever. It's easy. Like I would lie because I was embarrassed because everyone would make fun of me for like liking that shit.
Right.
And I was the jock. So they're like, you're the soccer girl. Like you can't be both. And kind of what we talked about at the beginning of this episode, it's like you can never be both. And I think especially for women, it's like you definitely can't be both. That can't be possible. And I was insecure. Like I was super awkward and gawky, aren't we all? And like it wasn't great, but I do look back, and in the moment I was like, fuck my fucking life. I need to get to college. Then when I got to college, I was like, I'm ready to go to New York City. Get me the fuck out of here. Like I feel like at every stage of my life in those like scholastic moments, I was like, I'm ready to leave. I'm not meant to be here. But then I look back and I'm like, I learned so much about myself.
I know. And then you kind of look back too and you're like, oh, and then you had these great, like big, fun, awesome moments. And then sometimes I look, there's certain people too that were just like always wonderful. Like, you know, you kind of, this girl Hillary and Jessica, and like I look at these girls, I'm like, God, I wonder what they're doing now. Like they must be like the greatest mother of all time, because they were so like even, and they had kind to everybody and like helping you organize your own thoughts. Like, did you get your homework done? Like, you're like, oh yeah, oh shit. So it's like, I don't know, you look back at that little like it's like a microcosm of what, you know, the sort of
No, you're right. It's like sometimes I think we have a hard time pinpointing like the positives in situations.
Yeah.
Like I found an old laptop from college and I had some like fucked up shit happen to me in college. And I looked back at like this really specific time in my life as like negative. And I remember opening my laptop and like almost getting so emotional because I'm like, I had the best time. Like I fucking love these girls and I love these people and I love, so like when there's something like negative that happens, it's hard to remember all the positive, but most of
our
it's,
brain does sort of lean,
Yeah.
you know, more to the, unfortunately, to the negative.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Tell me about your first love.
my first love.
Yeah.
My first real love was my ex-husband. You know, I was young. I met him when I was 20. I actually met him when I was 18.
Okay.
19. And he was just a, like, you know, not a very nice rock star type. Like, I remember thinking, God, he was so mean. And then I met him again at 20 and he wasn't that mean. I must have caught him on a bad night or something. And yeah, I mean, first real love of my life.
How soon did you date to then get married?
Oh gosh, it was a whirlwind. We were engaged in 4 months and married at 9 months, and then, you know, and then like 3 years. Then I wanted to have a baby, and we had Ryder, and then it kind of started to do that downward spiral.
Right. The classic, the classic. We all know it. How did you know you were ready for marriage at 21?
There wasn't an ounce of me that wasn't like, I didn't question it for a second.
Really?
Yeah, we were so connected, and Chris taught me so much about love and connection, and you know, it was just a wonderfully passionate relationship.
Did anyone around you be like, Kate, please don't get married right now?
No, like the people I live in let people make mistakes, you know? It's
Okay.
like,
So your mom didn't care. She's like,
yeah, and by the way, not a mistake. I look back at my entire, you know, life at this point, and I'm like, I actually feel like I might have gotten it right, you know? Like,
love.
there's this sort of construct that we're supposed to do it a certain way, which I understand because I really believe in the unit, and I think it's what's missing right now. But I do believe that a unit can exist differently than this sort of like very kind of religious concept of like marriage and male-female relationship. Like, I really believe that a unit can be, even if someone is alone in their life and hasn't met the love of their life, that they could have a best friend, that they live close together, and they can raise their children together, and like have values inside of that can be really important for children. So like, you know, for me, having the means and the ability to choose to be more healthy in relationships means that it's easy. It's kind of been easier for me to exit unhealthy relationships.
Interesting.
Right. So whereas if I probably didn't have the means, it would be a much more challenging thing. But inside of that, just because you're not supposed to be with someone doesn't mean that you can't create a big, beautiful experience. Which
Totally.
I don't know how I've been able to do it, but it's like we just do it, all of us.
What would you say? Because like, I think you're right. And I love how you describe that. I think so many people can be judgmental if you don't follow like the traditional route. Like, it's like 21 is too young, but then like 30 is too old. It's like, you can't fucking win as a woman.
Yeah.
What was like the best and then the hardest parts of like being married in your early 20s?
I just like jump in the deep end of everything. So it's sort of like, I mean, the best thing was that I, in a time that could have been probably not very grounded, I've always sought home. I've always sought, I like my cozy, you know, I'm a homebody. And I've always wanted a big family. I've always wanted to work hard and have a big, fun, crazy life. But like, you know, I like to be home. And so even when I was young, I longed for that family connection. I grew up like that. So, and so when I met Chris, it's like when my career was taking off, it was also a time that, you know, could have been a whirlwind, and instead I was in this very grounding, loving relationship.
Right. Like you had that stability, even though like externally it looked all chaos because your life is like you're thriving, you're a movie star, you get to go home to this guy and you're like, this is what I prefer.
Had like a cozy, great vibe. Yeah. Life.
I think something I was reading about you that I think is really relatable is like you talk about how when your marriage ended, you still had like so much love for this person. And I'm wondering if you have any advice for women listening of like maybe someone just went through a breakup and they're still so in love with their ex, but they know they need to move on. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Well, let's be very clear. Like, if I didn't have children, I probably would never speak to this.
Stop.
I'm kidding. No. You know, the thing is, like, I don't know if it has something, it's just, I guess it's just it's an attachment thing, I guess. It's like how we attach to pain or why something isn't working or what the expectation is of what you wanted from the relationship, and then that expectation letting you down. And then people suffer because they've sort of put such an expectation on what something's supposed to look like, versus my choice through life is just like being more open. And that doesn't mean that it's without pain and sadness and working through stuff and reflecting and taking accountability. But like, and I'll come back to the accountability part because I think that's the most important thing. But at the end of the day, you know, I believe you love, you know, someone. If you love them once, you really love them in some way forever. Even if you can't stand them, if you really loved them, if it was pure, it wasn't like coming from some place unhealthy, you'll love them through anything, you know, maybe not romantically, but that will always be there. And I do believe that like it shifts, just like friendships shift, you know. My best friendships have gone through times where we are like, don't talk 40 times a day to not seeing each other for a year. But there's always that kind of foundation. I believe that with great loves of your life. And I will always, even in the hardest times, be able to see the people that I've been with and that I've shared intimacy with, like in a loving way. I also believe that that's a choice. Like I choose to do that. You know, I do that because I think it's more peaceful for me, which makes it more peaceful for my children. But I think that the biggest thing about relationships and, you know, when they end, is like how you're being accountable. And I think most people hold on to all the shit when they're not taking accountability for their own thing. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. There's always two people in the relationship. So you can't just point a finger out. You always have to look back and, you know, the old one finger and three pointed back at you thing.
It's a great point. I love everything you just said, because I think I had a conversation, I think it was with Camila Cabello, and she was like, yeah, like it's tough. Like, where does the love go? Like when you break up with someone that you loved so much, it's a strange thing to know, like they're alive and they're out there.
Yeah. And
I'm here.
And well, that's why that Gautier song was so huge. It was so like, it hit a nerve for everybody.
Yes. Somebody that I used to know.
Like, God, why didn't I write that?
Fuck.
You know, but like, yeah, I mean, it's
tough.
But what did she,
No, she basically just said like, it hurts, but it's like, you know, it's not supposed to be anymore. We change constantly as people. Like I'm the same person, but a different version of myself. When I was 21, oh my God, I was madly in love. I'm not in love with him anymore, but I still, yes, I think you're right. I choose to know that I still have love for all of these people that I loved. I think when it ends really badly, if someone like did you fucking dirty and cheated on you and you find out and you're like, oh my God, I think you never respected me, fuck, that can hurt. But again, it's like, how did it get to that point? You can always look back at yourself and be like, could I have done this or could I have done that? And sometimes they're just a piece of shit and you're like, you couldn't have done any better.
I had a friend who said something really, really great, which is like, you know, when you're in something and you're going through a wave, you know, he was also talking about it kind of like a DNA strand. Like, you know, people say it's like a roller coaster, but it's more like when you're with someone for a long time, it's like it circulates, you know, it moves. And I thought that was a very kind of a beautiful image for a long-term intimate relationship. And as it's shifting, when you start to feel yourself off balance, like it's much easier for us to go out, to externalize it and go, I'm not getting this, or I'm not receiving that. This is what that would look like over here. And what if I had this over there? And what I believe happens as you get older or healthier, maybe not an age thing, but like, is when you go internal, that issue or that wave or that cycle, it starts to move differently.
Yeah.
You're not seeking anything externally. You're only really looking at it internally, which can only in turn really make the relationship more intimate.
Yeah.
And honestly, more, you know, I would say connective, because you're not seeking it from somewhere else. And then if you get to that place where you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's not coming from anything you need from the outside world.
I think that the concept of accountability in relationships is like not talked about enough. And I love that you brought it up because it also gives you so much more autonomy over your own life when you actually take accountability, as opposed to being like, he did this to me. And he's like, no one can do anything to you other than like,
I mean, unless you're in like a very, very scary.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like
Abusive.
Put all of that aside.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if someone's making you feel a certain way, like you have the ability to control your own emotions and your actions and what you're doing and how you're reacting.
Yeah. And like, look, you know, everybody holds their own wild card.
Yeah.
Right. And like sometimes that wild card works for some people and it really doesn't for others. And if you're holding two completely different wild cards, it can get fucking really tumultuous and wild. But if you're holding the same wild card, you know, if someone is like, hey, here's the deal. I want an open relationship. I could never be faithful to you. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you for saying that. I can't be with you.
Right.
But like, I have so much respect for your honesty. But if you're like, this person told me he couldn't be faithful to me, but I decided to be with this person anyway, and now we're in this tumultuous relationship and I'm miserable, I'd be like, if I was my own girlfriend, I'd be like, babe, this is
That's
more
on
about
you.
you
Right.
than it is about him.
Like he told you. He was honest.
He was honest.
And you still rode the wave.
And yeah, you're holding different wild cards.
Like, what are you up
if
to?
you were like, great, then I'm going to do the same.
Totally.
And then you guys would have you'd be, you know.
No, it's a great point. It's like sometimes we also, I think people, and it depends on where you're at, I think health wise, it's like when I was younger, blinders on. I'm like, he told me this. I'm like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't say that to me. I'm like I'm like short-term memory. And it was because I wanted what I wanted and I wasn't listening to what was being said directly to my face.
Right.
It's like, oh, you're an idiot. Like he literally told you he's cheated on his last 17 girlfriends. What'd you think was going to happen now?
Right.
Like, I'm going to change him. No, you're not.
And also, you know, a lot of people, I think, find themselves in relationships where people feel insecure and they want to put people down and you take it. And at some point, I think a lot of women I know have been in this situation. At some point, you know, you can point your finger out at them, but some point you're like, why am I accepting this?
Right. Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of feeds that like, you know, push-pull thing that a lot of people get very like toxically into.
Love.
But
no, I used to love it. I was like, oh my God,
You're
I'm
like,
alive.
laugh.
I was like, hey, I'm alive. Like, and now if I like would meet someone at that point in my life, I think when I got to like later in my 20s, I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, absolutely get the fuck away from me if you're like playing games. But in my early 20s, like it kept my heart beating. I was like, this is a thrill. And it was just all because like I didn't want stability at that point.
you gotta learn.
Right.
You gotta be like,
right.
Yeah.
I have scenarios for you because you have
Okay.
wisdom. I'm going to give you a scenario and I want to know if you would keep seeing the guy or if this would be a deal breaker. This is an advertisement from BetterHelp. You guys know I am a huge advocate for therapy. There is nothing more important than investing in yourself. Overall, in our society, mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. I know there can be a stigma around seeking mental health support, but when people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them, it impacts families, workplaces, and entire communities. I definitely noticed a huge improvement in all of my relationships once I started taking the time to work on myself and prioritize my well-being. So let's encourage everyone to take care of themselves and break the stigma. Finding the tools to feel healthy and happy makes everything in life feel more manageable. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is also fully online, making therapy both convenient and affordable. Over 5 million people worldwide use BetterHelp, and it's easy for any user to switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. We're all better with help. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/daddy. That's betterhelp.com/daddy. I'm going to give you a scenario and I want to know if you would keep seeing the guy or if this would be a deal breaker.
Okay.
Okay. You catch him going through your phone and he says it's because you've been distant.
How long have I been with him?
You've been together for 8 months.
Oh, done. Out. See you later. Weird. So weird.
What about 2 years?
Then maybe I'd be like, okay, what am I doing that's making you feel insecure? And by the way, you can go into my phone anytime. You don't need to look at that. Like if
Right.
I'm with someone for 2 years, I'm not one of those people that's like, why are you looking in my phone? It's like,
Right.
what's my, like, here's my phone. I wouldn't live with secrecy
Yeah.
or feel like I need, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever caught someone going through your phone?
Oh, yeah. Emails.
How did you find out?
I could tell where there was like logins, you know, it was like stupid, you know, it was like,
Stupid.
yeah, which also is like, bye.
Ugh.
Like you gotta be smarter
Like
than that.
you almost get like the ick because you're like, wait, like it would have been
You're
like
that-
cooler if you were like so sly.
Yeah, but you're
I'm getting
like,
a notification.
so- yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
No.
Clearly someone's on my, yeah.
On my iPad or my computer, whatever, it's like
Right.
on my phone. It's like, ding! Someone just logged into
Yeah.
your MacBook.
Yeah.
Under
Your boyfriend is
No.
on your
Stop.
Yeah.
And did you confront? Did you end it?
It was already on the way out.
Okay,
It was like,
it's good to know.
yeah.
Have you ever gone through a phone?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? Especially with shady guys, like full on.
How do you get in?
Oh, girls, any girl who says I would never is a liar.
Oh my god, it's my favorite hobby back
It's
in the day.
I mean, at some point in your life, a girl's been like, no, no.
Yeah.
Something's up. It's one thing if something's not up, then you should feel
Right. It's
like-
just a random
Then you're like,
Sunday.
okay, you have trust issues. You got to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's one thing if like the guy is being fully shady and not telling you the truth, and you're like, no, I need some concrete evidence.
Going CIA.
I'm gonna figure this out. Then you get it, and then, fuck, yeah. Oh, I've
That's-
had. I mean, please, yes. It was a fabulous game.
Okay, but when you play the game and you find things, how do you handle it? Because most of the time they're like, oh, it's null and void. You went through my fucking phone, you crazy bitch.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter. But you're out of my life. Like, so what are we talking about? Yeah. Thank God, because now I'm never gonna see you again. Like that's
great. That's great.
But I'm really like I'm like you would have to be doing something
Crazy.
really shitty.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no.
Like you wouldn't care.
Like you're telling me one thing and doing another, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna find out, and then I also did do the thing too, which is fun, where you just lie. Where you're just like, no, I read it.
Completely.
I read this. Or I know you were here. How do you know that?
Because I have a friend that's the bartender and she was there and she saw you. Oh, it's so
I've done
fun.
all of it.
And that's the best is when you know they've fucked you over. And then you come up with the best lie of all time. And it's like, oh my
They
God,
can't
I'm an
even
Olympian.
believe it. And they're
This
like
is a sport.
sweating. God.
And you're like, you know what's really sad? I used to do this is like, I know everything. And then they'd go like pale white. And I'd be like, so I told you, like, I know everyone in New York. So when you go to the Great White and you're there and you're having drinks with her, like, what do you think I was going to, do you think I wasn't going to know? And he's like shitting his pants. Meanwhile, I didn't have any friends at the Great White, just saw on his phone that he was like, meet me at the Great White. But you make it up and then you get out of it unscathed.
But people wonder why women should rule the world. Because we're incredibly resourceful.
Period.
It's like, guys.
No.
We're going to strategize this. And by the end of it, you're going to be sweating bullets and I'm going to leave you.
Right,
So.
Right, the difference is we get notifications that you're hacking into our computers. We come up with lies. You didn't even know we went into your fucking iPhone.
I know. Guys are so funny. I love guys so much because they're very simple. Not that they're not like complex and but like the foundation of how men work isn't that challenging.
It's not.
They're super straightforward.
True.
And I think we expect them to be more complicated.
Oh, we give them more credit for sure
than it actually is.
Half the time, if they're giving you like, if you get a weird vibe, the weird vibe is right. Like they're cheating or they're doing like, sometimes women will be like, well, maybe it's because his grandmother was not feeling well. So maybe he's been acting weird. No. It's what you think it is. He's cheating.
Or like if there's like 3 burner phones, like there's a problem. You know what I mean? It's gonna get weird at some point. Like if you see a burner phone and a dob kit, just run. It's not gonna be a good ending.
Right. And
which has happened to a couple of friends of mine where I'm like,
no.
What do you do if you see this? And I'm like, oh my God, babe.
Run.
Well, first look on it because I would love to know.
We need the thrill.
You gotta know.
I wanna know.
We gotta have something to talk about over dinner,
right?
Or like take it, just steal it, just like take the phone and then never talk to him again.
And then you call the number, you meet up with the girl. You get cocktails. You laugh about it. No, you have to look at it though. You're right. It's comedy because sometimes men are so dense. I also love men, and sometimes men are so simple, and they're really just showing you their cards immediately.
How old are you?
29.
Okay, so you're like, I'm in the age where everyone's married.
Okay,
and we live vicariously through our late 20s, like or early 30s friends.
Yeah,
where we're like, oh, let me tell you the story when Now we're all like, like it's like we're in the is your husband gonna go to the 4-year-old's birthday party or are the girls going to this birthday? How many fucking birthday parties are there this weekend? What are we doing? Are we just staying home? Like it's just very normal. Now we're in like
you're in the normal.
We're in the raising kids phase, which is just like soccer games, baseball games, birthday parties. There's no
burner phone.
No, and that's
But sometimes we want a little burner phone.
It's like someone I have a friend who has someone with a burner phone.
But sometimes you want a little burner phone action. So no, I think that's such a good point though. It's like, ladies, stop ignoring the fucking signs. If it's right in front of you, it's probably what it looks like.
But it's hard.
I know.
You have friends who are more dramatic than others, and we all have to like let each other go through it.
True.
I just don't like when people like. We know when it turns and it's unhealthy that we need to like rally around our friends.
True.
Like if something is not right and they're kind of stuck in a really unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it's like not funny anymore.
Yes. When it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. Then you're like, okay, you know what? What's going on?
Right.
And
it's almost like when the girl dinners, because all of girlfriends talk about each other and it's not even like behind your back. It's like, oh God, she's with him again. Like we know he's going to cheat again and we love her to death. From that, when it gets to like, I don't even want to fucking hear about it. Like you've literally exhausted all of us. That's when it gets scary because you're like, now you've alienated yourself and we feel bad as opposed to be like, Jessica, what are you doing with him again?
We can't help you. It's like, or like support it. That's
hard.
when it gets
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Okay. He's really close friends with his ex.
Oh, interesting. How close is close?
Like they get lunch, I would say every month, every other month, and they
Do they have a kid?
Nope.
Oh, problematic. For me, personally.
For me too.
If they had a kid, I'd be like, oh, this is family and we have to like bring her all in, you know? And my other thing is like, if I'm going to have dinner with her and then you're going to go have lunch with her, we're good. If we're all besties, like my best friend was my ex's ex-girlfriend.
Hold on.
And when it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically,
Okay.
I met my best friend through my ex-husband.
Okay.
Who used to date her.
Oh, fascinating.
So when I was married to him, I met her. We became best friends.
Got it. And that was his ex.
And that was his ex. But we loved each other.
Right.
There was no like, I'm gonna go have dinner with or lunch with my ex-girlfriend, and
You were included.
oh yeah, and she'd rather be with me than hang out with him. So like that makes sense to me.
I agree. I think it does depend sometimes on like, did you meet did you know the ex? This is fucking confusing me. Did you know the person before or after? Like, if my best friend became best friends with my ex, I'd be like, where's the fucking loyalty? Like, you didn't know him before me. I think you know what I mean?
Okay, wait.
Okay, here we go.
You mean if your bestie?
I'm dating a guy.
Okay, right.
And my best friend meets him, likes him. Woo! We break up. And she stays friends with him. Odd.
It depends.
I guess it depends how it ended.
It depends.
He ruined my life. He cheated on me.
I mean,
It's tough.
that's a tough one because I think it would be like, you know, it also depends on if you, like, is she kind of into him?
Right, that's fair.
You can kind of feel when it's is or when it isn't.
No, I think it's also just about like respect. Like, communicate with your fucking friends. If you're staying friends with your girl's ex and you guys are like in love, well,
Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario.
okay.
You're not friends with this girl. You have mutual friend groups. Okay. Mutual friend groups. They, you know, run into each other here and there at a party. Oh, hey, nice to see you. Like, oh, good. Oh, no, good. She breaks up with her boyfriend.
Okay.
I don't know, whenever, 6 months, year later. You end up with the boyfriend. Does she have a right to be mad at you?
Okay, you said the only moments I hang out with her is like in big friend groups.
Yeah, she's
like,
around. Like maybe you share a friend.
We've
but you
never gone to a lone
don't
lunch.
text, you don't
No.
te-
Oh my
no.
god, she can't be mad.
Okay,
Absolutely
right.
not.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people who would say otherwise, and I'm
What?
like, that's crazy.
That's networking. How are we supposed to meet anyone?
I don't know you.
Right. Like, if
You can't be mad at me.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. It's if it's your best
That's
friend,
it. That's it.
that's it. It's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, if it's like even a close friend,
A
you'd be
close
like- or
friend,
like,
of course.
Yeah.
Then you can have a conversation of like, this is also tough where it's like, it's awkward if like,
But like
then you go
girls
on.
who throw shade to girls that like are dating their but they don't know them, I think that's weird.
No, you got to move on. And I also think if you don't have their phone number, you owe them literally nothing.
I agree.
Okay.
I like that.
We're moving on. He has an extremely high sex drive and is trying to go every day, twice a day.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. First of all, I mean, it'd be one thing if it's like 4 times a day.
Right.
You'd be like, this is
Like, we're exhausted.
and like this is like kind of weird because like what happens when have to like leave for a week?
True.
Like is this like
Like, is this something you need every day, regardless of whether I'm here or not?
and it also depends on, I mean, his age. Because it would sort of determine whether or not he was
Just going through it.
yeah, or like if he was young, like that would make sense. If he's like 40 something,
40.
like men's libidos kind of go down at late 20s.
Right. So he's like a sex addict.
So like if his libido's that high, it's like, what are you on?
Literally.
It's like I always say this about women, especially as women get older, there's sort of this concept around women that they should become less sexual as they get older. But the reality is that women, as we get older, our libidos get more intensified to a certain age than men's. So it's sort of like this made up thing.
Right.
That women as we get older are supposed to be.
Right, like died out, like we're not even having sex, we're not sexual.
Yeah, when it's literally the opposite.
Yeah.
So somewhere down the line, men didn't really want women to be very sexy as they got older.
Right.
I think. So they kind of made it so like, oh no, like if you're no longer, mating for us,
right,
then you should just go over here.
So true.
When in reality, it's like women into their 40s, sometimes 50s are like very much
sexual.
Yeah.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Airbnb. Daddy Gang, I have so much travel coming up this summer, and the thought of being away from Bruce and Henry for long periods of time makes me unwell. I'm getting a rash just thinking about it, okay? So anytime I can, I choose to stay at an Airbnb. Not only does Airbnb allow me to bring my dogs, but it also ensures that I'll have the privacy to really unwind during a vacation. You're welcome, Matt. Every time I stay in a house on a trip, I feel like a local. I can stock up the house with groceries. I can explore neighborhood bars and get to know the city even better. Being able to cook a healthy meal or just sprawl out on the couch after a long travel day is truly such a game changer. So if you're looking ahead at your summer plans and you're like, ugh, I just want to go somewhere, but you don't really know where you want to go, check out their guest favorites. Airbnb compiles all of their guest favorite homes into one place so you can be inspired to book a cozy getaway, a hiking trip, or a weekend staycation somewhere with a hot tub. Whatever you're looking for, guest favorites can help you find it. Sometimes my priority is a house with a gym. Sometimes that's actually a lie. It's Matt's priority. For me, sometimes it's more about like having the perfect bed to rot in. Maybe it's a hot tub, whatever it be. It's all about balance. As you book your 2025 travel, my number one tip is to check out Airbnb first to find the perfect place to stay, because your accommodation can really make or break the trip.
Did I read this correctly that your therapist once told you to take a break from men for a year?
Yeah. Where did I say that? Yeah. I took like a full year off.
You did it?
I was like, what?
Wait.
I couldn't flirt. No, yeah, none of it. But it was great.
How old were you when you did this?
30 something. I was like at that place where I was like, I don't want to keep repeating any patterns anymore. I have a great therapist who was like, I can help you, but you have to like do it.
Right, you got to like get off the sauce, Kate.
He's like, get off the sauce. And well, my thing is I always get distracted,
Right. You
It's
like to flirt. You like boys. You said you love boys.
I love the, like, ooh, this is fun. I'm going to text this person. But it was really interesting because he took me like, basically, I was like, okay, well, I guess I can't even text guys.
You couldn't flirt. If a guy came up to you, you're like, just not interested.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk to them, but I was like, I couldn't give them my number. So I'd be like, they'd be like, can I have your number? I'd be like, no. Like,
my therapist said no.
I'm not there right now. But it was strangely empowering because it got very uncomfortable for me in the beginning, like the first couple months. I was like, my mojo was like, I was just like, oh God. I was like, just felt like I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
Like, what, I'm not like,
not me.
Yeah. It just it's not fun, And so I was like, well, and then because we were going through very specific type of therapy, it was really about like figuring out certain things that were happening with me. And then I had this one sort of breakthrough that was very emotional that I don't think I would have been able to access if I had any distraction. So like it allowed me to see things much more clearly. And then within 6 months, I was like, I didn't care about my phone. I didn't care about, like, if I was going to go out and meet my girlfriends, I wasn't like that thing where I'm like, oh, I wonder if so-and-so would be there, or like, ooh, we should maybe call up so-and-so and then do that. There was no desire for me to be doing anything that had anything to do with potential, flirtation.
Right.
So, then when I was in with, doing that, and I remember my therapist a year later was like, okay, I think you can flirt again. I was like, what? I can flirt? And he's like, yeah. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, how do I flirt? I like forgot. And then I remember like all these guys would start texting and I'd be like, I didn't have the same attachment to it anymore. It just went away.
It
was like, I didn't get that like, ooh,
Right.
I was just like, oh, no, it just didn't have the same like pull.
Interesting.
It sort of became, and then the guys that I would normally have been like, ooh, was like, nope.
That's
It was
incredible.
pretty amazing.
So you
Yeah.
lasted the year.
Oh yeah, I'm very disciplined.
Damn.
Yeah, it was good.
1 year.
1 year, and yeah,
It's pretty
And then
incredible.
I was a lot longer because I was so happy single. I was single for like 3.5 years.
Being single is incredible if you're like in the right place and like you're mentally focused on yourself. You're like,
So
I
great.
am fucking great. I don't need anyone. And that's where you want to get to when you're single. Like
I love it.
I have empathy
love
for
it.
women that when you get through out of a relationship, you almost have those withdrawal symptoms of like, oh my God, I'm used to having a partner. I'm used to having them here. And then
Yeah.
you get good at being alone. You're like,
And I don't think if I would have done that, if I didn't do that, I would never have ended up with Danny,
let's talk
Because-
about Danny.
Yeah, because Danny, like, he's just such a good man, and I'm not so sure I was like attracted to the good man. I mean, I was attracted to good men,
Right.
but like that the uncomplicated
Right.
kind of. I liked a feisty, wild type, and whereas Danny has that in him, his values are very sturdy, and he's such a lovely person. And I would have never, I think, allowed that in if I didn't take those 3 years of just being so happy in my life alone.
But I think that's a great thing for like all the women listening to think about. It's like when you're single, you get anxious of like, okay, like I need to find who's my next person. Like, oh my gosh, like my clock, like what am I going to do? And it's like, if you just chill, half the time when you get to the end, you're like, oh, I don't need anyone. Like they got to be fucking great if I find someone.
There's this really funny, like I of course get fed all these like Aries
Love it.
memes. And there's this one where they're like, I'm an Aries, of course I da. Like, and there was one person who goes, I was like, I'm an Aries, like, of course I love to be in relationships. And then he's like, you like me back? Like, and just runs in the other direction. And I think there's a little bit of like the Aries thing, which is like, we like newness,
Yeah.
adventure, like excitement.
Yeah.
So like the sort of good man, like solid relationship is like Aries, I think a little bit in our head of like, a little bit like, is this gonna like, is there gonna be something that's gonna keep this interesting, or is this the rest of my life? And I think a lot of like fire signs would relate to this. And so for me, that those 3 years was like, oh, I'm actually like really I loved being without because I was so happy alone. Like that sort of like excitement thing was like, that's actually not really,
you don't need it.
What's gonna,
You're like, I'm exciting.
yeah,
I excite myself.
that's right. It's like, I can create my own
Facts.
newness.
You and Danny had known each other for 15 years before you guys got together?
I met Danny when I was 23, pregnant with Ryder, and Danny was in high school. Yeah.
Who made the first move?
Danny. Yeah. He was very, very slow burn.
Oh,
So slow. I was like, this is weird. Like, is this like a thing, or is this like not a thing? He's really cute. He's really great.
that's so cute.
I know. He's the best. I honestly, like, I'm just, it's like, I'm so happy.
Good for you. Because I think it's like incredible when you find, I love when you find people in your life that you like, I can tell you're like, you're glowing when you talk about him.
I could just like, I really believe that there's a lot of different people in your life that you could have, right? It's like the options are endless.
Yeah.
When people are like I can't find anybody, I'm like, you're not looking in the right places. Like there's somebody for everybody. You have to just be open to it, and it has to, and you have to let the expectation go.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to look the way you want him to look, and he's might not, you know, all this, like, this is my vision board. Like, be comfortable if the person on your vision board is the opposite of who the guy you end up falling in love with is. Because I really believe that, like, part of what stops us from experiencing, like, great love is that we are shrinking the idea down to something really small, and so we're not open to
like you may be with someone that's right in front of you, but you're like, but that's not what I wanted, and you're like, but if it's right, it's right. Like, don't run away just because it's not your vision board, bitch. Like, throw out Pinterest.
That's right.
Like,
that's right. But it's good to have vision boards. I like it, but like be open to something totally different.
What does independence look like for you in a relationship?
Great question. Oh, this question's so important. I think, like, it's so hard because communication. I think in order to be truly have, like, independence, you have to be good communicators, because everyone's idea of their needs are so different, you know? And I am very independent. It's the other thing about Danny. He's so, like, he just, like, lets me
be you.
Be me. And it's like, I could, you know, I could be like, I really want to go out with my girlfriends tonight, and I really want to be with you. He'd be like, go, babe, go. And I could, like, be out till 4 a.m, end up on some thing, and come back and be like, oh my God, I had the craziest night. I did that. And he's just, like, totally okay with it. Like, in a good way. He loves when I'm happy. And if it's the other way around, I'm like,
why were you out?
Hold on a second.
What were you up to?
4 a.m?
What could you have been doing?
Whose car did you end up in?
No, literally.
No,
same.
but but I really did, like, independence is, like, what works for you. Like, what might work for me doesn't work for him. So in order for me to feel independent, I think you have to communicate what that is. Like, my thing is, I just want to be told, you know, like, just tell me that you're, you know, where you are, like, tell me what you need, and then I'm good. I have a hard time with, like, not knowing.
Right.
Some people are fine with not knowing. They're much more comfortable with that, secure with it. My thing's like, if you tell me that you're going to call me at 11, but you call me at 2, like, that's going to not create independence for either of us.
No, I think it's a great point.
I could talk about this shit all day long. I love it.
I could talk to you forever because I love having insightful conversations where we don't have the same background. So I'm interested to hear, like, ooh, like, what is your take on this?
Yeah, I'm also, like, a full disclaimer. I should just wear, like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, me either, but
like,
it's fun.
It's like, for me, I'm also like, I'm saying this, but I also am very happy to be wrong.
No,
about
like, women
all of
should
it.
run the world. So, like, okay. This album, I think it's incredible because, like I said, you have an incredible voice, but the songwriting is phenomenal. And knowing that you said you have, like, hundreds of songs just so, like, in your house, how did you decide what you were going to put into this album?
We just started fresh.
Okay.
There was no, like, I mean, there's 2 songs on there that I wrote before I started writing with Linda. And then after we got out of the studio writing with Linda Perry, who's a writer on a lot of it, we went back, Dan and I went back, and we kind of, you know, restructured 2 other songs that I had written before that. But it's all, like, of that time. Yeah. You know, so.
Well, that's why I'm, like, listening to, like, the push and pull and moving on. Like, there's a lot. That's why I wanted to talk to you about you. And I think that's when people connect the most with lyrics, when they get to know someone more. And I'm telling you, my fans fucking love music. So they're gonna be like, okay, now that we know Kate more, the lyrics will.
Honestly, it's like it's like, because I waited so long to put something out, it was really important that it was reflective. So that there was, like, for me, that it was where I'm at now, but that there's the story of sort of, you know, a life well loved, and whether that be with my son or whether it be, in past relationships that didn't work out, or where I'm at now with my Romeo, which is, you know, and that's just Danny and I wrote that together. But like, you know, that kind of the freedom in that song, you know, and I have always been a hopeless romantic, and I'm going to take the word hopeless out of it because I actually feel that I'm a hopeful romantic, you know. It's like, and the hardest songs for me to write are the hopeful ones, and that was so important for me in this because I'm so like, my brain loves a depressing song. Yes. Like I mean, if you go into my vault of music, it's just, there's so much depressing shit in there. It's crazy. And it will come out at some point.
Okay, good.
I really like,
we need a good cry, Kate. We need a good cry.
But like for me with this, I wanted it to feel like what the album title is. Like there's to love fully is a glorious experience. And it comes to you in so many different ways. Yeah. And like we're talking about, like if you're open to it, then you know, I think you're living a really like well-loved life. As long as you're a good person, you're treating people respectfully and you're honest. Yeah.
No, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Like, I had such a fabulous time getting to know you, and I'm so excited that I got to sit with you for this long to like talk about all the girl things, but talk about the music because it is intertwined. Like you said, like this album is about love and like the experiences that you've had. And I think it's inspiring, honestly. I think some people feel like constrained to like, that was the one love of my life. You can have so many loves of your lives, and you can have so many loves, and you can love people in different ways, and you shouldn't look back at your past in a negative way. Like every chapter is a new chapter, and just like lean in and have a good time.
Yeah. And like Gonna Find Out is like about not wanting a relationship.
Right.
You know,
Single
it's about being in that, for 3 years. You know, that's kind of like a song about when you just want to like, when you don't, that like little, you know, like spark that you have with someone where you're just like, is this going to go down? You know?
Okay. Last question. Then I know you have to go. What is your
By the way,
favorite song?
I have to go make out with a guy. I have one scene to do today.
Stop.
I'm making out with a total stranger.
What?
I've been like really stressing about this.
Oh my God. And you're coughing.
I have COVID.
No, fuck.
I'm not telling him.
Wait, you have to make out? Like full make out
I
tongue?
have to like make out with this random guy.
How long? How many
You will see it on Netflix at some point.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've been like having anxiety over this.
How do you get
I've
mentally
never
prepared for that? You just
I don't know. What I do is I'm channeling Emma Stone in you know,
Poor Things.
Poor Things.
You're
Jesus
channeling Emma
Christ.
Stone. Poor Things.
If she could do that,
you can do this.
I can do this.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I can
get
make
out
out
there.
with some random guy.
Easy.
And yeah. So
well, thank you so much for coming on. This was truly so fun.
This
You're
was so
fabulous.
fun.
Thank you.